Hey, everybody, this is Roy Doyle with the Arkansas Showcase Radio.com show, and we're here to bring to you all the details for this year's Little Rock Comic Con. And coming up right after this intro, we'll be talking with Joey. He's running the show this year, and he's going to give you all the ins and outs about the Little Rock Comic Con. So stay tuned, and he'll tell you about the Comic Con that's coming up on the 12th of September at the Little Rock Convention Center. So stay tuned. Here it comes, Joey from Comic Con. We're recording here, and with Joey, the master and the man of Comic Con in Little Rock.
It'll be here soon. What, September 12th, 13th, 14th?
I believe so. 12th, 13th, and 14th. We always love that spot, that second weekend or so of September. It's always been good to us, so that's when we're going to keep it going.
Nice. It comes by fast. I mean, do you have everything done? Are you ready for it?
What time do we open the doors on Friday? 3 o'clock? It'll be done by 2:59.
There you go.
Actually, no, it'll probably be done about 4:15. But
How did you get started in this, Joey?
So I started off, I was working for a website and I was just covering conventions. I would go to shows as press and, what you're familiar with, write it up, take the photos, all of that. And I went to one, I want to say 2015, 2016, up in Kansas City. And I was covering it and I'd walked the floor a couple times and I was ready to just sit down. So I went into a panel room and sat down, and there was a panel going, and there were a few other people in there that I'm assuming were in the same boat as me. They weren't really paying attention. They were just sitting there, and so
then you realized it was an AA meeting.
Yeah, had it been, I would have introduced myself. No, but no, I sat there and I did the write-up for it, and then afterwards, one of the folks working in the press got a hold of me and was like, "Hey, thanks so much. Great write-up. Is there anything else that you didn't put in there that you want to say, because you did a good job of making sure it looked and sounded the way it should?" And I said, "So those panels, is that just, you just let anybody do that?" It's like, "Oh, no. That's, takes a lot of work and prep and, you got to be engaging and exciting." I was like, "Well, it's good that you think that's what's going on in the panel room."
Because you're not.
So I was like, "Well, if you think it's so easy, why don't you do one next year?" I said, "Okay, I'll do one next year." So the next year I did a panel. And then the next year they were like, "How many more do you got in your belt?" And I was like, "Well, I can do probably 3 or 4." So I did 3 or 4. And I said, "But next time, if you want me to do 3 or 4, I also want to do one on the stage. I want to interview one of your guests on the stage." And they're like, "Whoa, boy, I don't know. That's even more work." I'm like, "Well, this wasn't much work, so I could probably handle it." So the next year I got one on the stage, and then I had 6 panel room panels. And then the following year it was, can you just do 2 panels, and can you moderate a couple of other panels with some of our comic book creators, and then we'll give you like 2 or 3 on the stage. And it just kept going and just kind of building that resume naturally. And then when this company kind of broke out in 2022, I got a phone call from Jay, the owner, said, "Hey, do you just want to do the stage for all of our shows?" And at the time it was one show in Mississippi and the show in Little Rock that year. I was like, "Yeah, sure, 2 shows, that's no problem." Little did I know, next year we're looking at 19 shows. So
holy crap.
Yeah, it just keeps getting bigger, just keeps growing.
And Jay's just laughing.
Yeah, he's like, "That sucker, I got him good. Glad I got him in before we did that." But yeah, no, it's been a lot of fun. And yeah, the show in Little Rock is our biggest show of the year every year. And it's kind of it's our Super Bowl. It's our WrestleMania. It's the show that we look forward to the most every year.
Now tell folks here what they can expect. I mean, I go every year.
Yeah.
But, besides watching these people just cram into this building, tell people what they got to look forward to.
So the way the building is set up there in Little Rock, the State House Convention Center, the bottom floor is our floor. It's where the vendors are. It is where you'll find celebrities, you'll find comic book creators, you'll find different like local fan groups that have big stuff like Cars will be down in there. And then, so you can walk around, you can get photos with the celebrities, you can get autographs, you can shop, you can talk to the comic book folks and ask them how they got started and what tips they have. I mean, those types of things are happening constantly. You'll see a lot of people dressed up as different characters. You will not be able to spit and not hit a Deadpool or a Spider-Man or a Harley Quinn. Because they are everywhere. Less so right now, but in the past few years, they've been everywhere. And then on the next floor up, we have an arcade. It's all free to play. So if you winding down, you just want to find something to do like I did in Kansas City, We've got an arcade going. We've got tabletop games. They've got card games. It's all free play, so you can sit there and hog the pinball machine all day,
wow.
which is what I do before we open the door on Fridays. And then we've got a couple of panel rooms where people from the community, like I did in Kansas City, who have a panel, have 45 minutes of content that's hopefully engaging, interactive. People are excited about. They get to come in and we schedule them, and they get to come in and do their thing for 45 minutes. And then on the top floor we have some more local exhibitor type stuff. So that's where usually your Star Wars fan groups, Star Trek, some of those things are up there. That's usually where registration is at, and that's where our main stage is. And the main stage we have going all weekend long at the top of the hour. That's where we do Q&As with our celebrity guests. So if you didn't get a chance to meet them one-on-one downstairs, or if you have something that you thought of, like, oh man, I wish I thought of that, or if you just want to sit down and soak up the air conditioning, because September in Little Rock can still be toasty. You can come in there, sit down, and they will be answering questions from the crowd. They'll be telling stories. We do these all the time, and you work with a lot of the same people over and over because we like to book good people. If you find somebody, they're entertaining, they have a great time with the fans, we try to get them for some of our other shows too.
Well, go ahead and name drop some of the people.
Well, okay. Well, for this one, we've got Priscilla Presley from
Nice.
Elvis's wife, but from the Naked Gun films, which they're getting a reboot this year, so kind of timely for that. Randy Quaid will be there from the National Lampoon Vacation movies. Everybody knows him from Christmas Vacation, but also Independence Day, Kingpin. We have Bonnie Wright coming from the Harry Potter film series. Peter Weller, which most people know as RoboCop.
RoboCop.
Yep.
Sure.
We have Jason Patrick, which most people probably know from The Lost Boys. He's done a lot of other stuff as well. He was in there was a comic book related film recently he was in. I totally blanked on the name, but he'll be there. Lou Diamond Phillips. Most people know him from Young Guns, the Young Gun films. Theo Rossi. Go ahead.
La Bamba.
Yeah, La Bamba. He was in that. He's been in a few other things as well.
I just saw him yesterday. I'm watching Blind Spot on Netflix.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. He'll be hanging out with us. Theo Rossi, most people know from Sons of Anarchy. He was also in the Luke Cage film or series they had over on Netflix. Armin Shimmerman from Star Trek. Johnny Young Bosch, we bring him out all the time because he's always popular. He was the second Black Power Ranger, but he does a lot of voiceover stuff too. The voice actors are huge for these types of events, and we've got a bunch. We've got Jodie Benson, who was the Little Mermaid, the original Little Mermaid. Tom Kenny, who voices SpongeBob, among other things.
That's going to be packed for him.
He is a great guy, and we have never left the building when he's been there before like 8 o'clock. We shut the floor down at 6, but he gets through everybody that's still standing in his line, and it usually goes to 8 o'clock or later. Tim Downey, Jeremy Lee, Yuri Lowenthal. I mean, a ton of voice actors. We have wrestlers, professional wrestlers. The big names that people will know, the Hall of Famers. Sting will be there. This is the last year he's doing conventions in the face paint, the full getup.
Oh, wow.
It may be the last year he's doing conventions as a whole. We've heard rumors, but definitely the last year to get a photo with Sting while he's got the white and the black face paint going on. Mick Foley will be there, assuming we can wheel him in. I'm sure he hurts. My body hurts just watching him. Kurt Angle, Jake the Snake Roberts, and we also have and he's another one that he's very entertaining. He's got stories to tell.
Oh, we know there won't be a Hulk Hogan.
There will not be a Hulk Hogan at the show this year. I was texting Jimmy Hart yesterday about all that. So sad deal. Then we got comic book creators. We have our cosplay judges. There's a ton of folks that are going to be there.
And talking about cosplays, are you going to dress up?
I have once.
Don't tell me you were a pretty princess.
I was not. We have a group that when we're down around Mississippi, Alabama, it's a group that kind of dress up as anime folks, and they come and dance and perform on the stage. And I told them, if you will bring a wig, I will pop a wig on when I introduce you guys. But they have yet to take me up on it. So
did you dance?
You're break
I will not. I will probably not dance at any point.
I know what I am searching for on the internet when we get off of this interview.
But if there's a tip jar at the edge of the stage, I may dance for tips. I don't know.
So now you have all these people in costume, Spider-Man and all that. Have you ever had any kind of like battle royales just explode when you got Spider-Man and the Green Goblin there under the same roof?
The Marvel kids are usually pretty good. What we do have a lot of times is we have to send somebody out into the hall to tell people to stop lightsaber fighting because you're going to hit somebody. or knock something over, and we are just renting the building for the weekend. So we have to
tell
pay for
you.
damages.
I never knew Spock smoked a cigarette until I went to that one convention and he was out there smoking a cigarette.
you see it all, and you see everything and then some. You'll find things that, I mean, just the people watching alone is worth the price of admission. If you can find a good spot kind of up on that balcony before you go down the escalators and just watch people coming in, it's incredible that what some of these people do.
I always tell folks, parking, you want to get there early.
Yeah.
To get a good parking spot, because a lot of those, the parking decks will fill up really fast.
Yeah, that one that's like just 2 blocks away, I think, or so. That one's usually full before we open the doors, even. So yeah, get there early. Typically it's nice weather. Maybe, like I said, maybe a little warm, but it's usually not raining on us. Fingers crossed.
So what's the best way for people to get tickets? Can they get 1-day passes, weekend passes?
Yes, and yes. We have the best way to get your tickets is to go online to arkansascomiccon.com, and the reason they're the best way to get your tickets because they're cheaper there. We do have advanced discount tickets for the entire weekend, as well as if you just want to go one day, like I just want to go Friday, or I just want to go Saturday, or I can only make it on Sunday, whatever. So we have different days available. We have a whole weekend pass available. You can still buy tickets at the door. For those who have done that in the past, they know that we usually don't start selling those tickets until noon. And the reason being, we've got to get the people that purchase their tickets ahead of time in the door, and there's only so many people you can let in at a time. You got to get them through registration. You got to get through bag checks. You've got a fire marshal watching over us at times. We have had in the past that bridge that goes to the north across the river there, that's next to the convention center. We have had that wrapped all the way down the bridge and across. I think somebody said there was 4 city blocks that we had people lined up down.
Smokes.
And yeah, it's a big deal.
It's like what you were saying. I go every year just to watch the people. You think you're going to see everything until you go the next year.
Yeah.
Every year I've seen something new. Like, oh my gosh, what? It almost made me start reading comic books on just some of the stuff that people were wearing.
And in whatever's hot this year, we'll probably see a lot of Superman. This year, we'll probably see some groups coming as Fantastic Four. Just whatever's hot that year tends to be where you see people gravitate towards. So yeah, it'll be interesting. People watching is always fun there.
And you do have snacks and sodas and stuff like that.
Yeah, concessions is open. So yeah, the venue has concessions open. So yeah, but with your wristband that you get when they'll scan your ticket, they'll give you a wristband. Once you have that, you are free to come and go as you please. So if you're there and you're like, it's 2:00. I know what happens at 2:00 if you have little kids. They melt down. So if you need to go home and take a nap, if you need to step out and get something, maybe the concessions, you're like, it's not really what I want, but there's a Mexican place right over here I really want to hit or whatever. You can come and go.
Yep. Hertz Donuts is just across the street.
Right across the street. Yeah. Yeah,
we have amped up on sugar and send them back in with the lightsaber.
We've got the original up here, so I keep asking them, like, why don't you guys, why don't we do some kind of a deal? But we haven't yet worked that out.
That's awesome. Well, I'm excited about it. Like I said, I go every year just to watch the people. It really is just kind of wholesome fun.
It's family friendly.
Around and it's a pretty good time.
We also in the heat. That one year when I was walking from the parking deck, this guy was in full Hobbit thing. I mean, he had a big old robe on and everything. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm in a t-shirt and short pants. I'm dying here.
Well, and the last thing we do on Saturday is our costume contest. So some of those people have came in those costumes, and our judges tell them, bring flip-flops, bring a pair of shorts, go to the bathroom, change, and then before the costume contest starts, get back into your getup because, it can be hot wearing all that all day long, especially with all the people in there. I mean, the building will think, hey, the air conditioning's cranking, this feels pretty good, and then we open the doors and it fills up and you're like, boy, it's hot down here. I'm going to go back to my cage at the stage.
And one more time, tell folks the best way to get information about Comic-Con besides your personal cell phone number.
Yeah, exactly. The website's good. Again, arkansascomiccon.com. That's where you can get your tickets. Also, we really do, I feel like, do a pretty good job on our social media, keeping everybody informed of what's going on. You can go on Facebook or Instagram. Just look for arkansascomiccon.com. any of those spots are going to be your best bet. Because if something happens day of, let's say there's a water main that bursts and the city's got a street shut down because they got to fix that. We try to keep all that stuff going on our social media so folks kind of know what to expect and what to prepare for.
Cool. It'd be fun. I'm looking forward to seeing you. Look forward to seeing your dance routine and your Little Mermaid outfit.
Well, I'll tell you what, my little shell bra it may not fit anymore.
Okay, we gotta go now. Abort!
Yeah. You'll be saying that if I put it on, yeah.
Well, man, I'm looking forward
next year
to
we
it.
have nobody show up to the show.
12th, 13th, 14th, second weekend in September. So come on out.
Yep.
Give us a shout,
Absolutely.
and we'll get you set up
Yep.
if we can do anything for you, and we'll see you there.
And I'll send you some
Yeah,
emails so we can get all the information from you.
You bet. And stop by the stage. You guys, anybody watching, listening, stop by the stage and say hi. I mean, we're a pretty friendly group. I'll say hi to anybody. I won't dance for just anybody. I'll only dance for you guys, but I'll say hi to anybody.
Not lap dancing, just regular dancing.
No. Just regular old in my mermaid outfit. Just regular old dancing.
We don't judge, man.
That's a good thing.
Be safe. We'll see you in a couple weeks.
Take care, guys. Can't wait.